I'll have a gentle shot at Aussie farmers, my colleagues in arms here. They ought to be absolutely up in arms about this. They ought to be tearing down the walls of government saying, hey, listen, we feed you blighters. And if something goes wrong, it doesn't have to be a war. It only has to be a crippling of our inbound shipping and our trade shut down, our ability to export our products shut down, our income is compromised. Worse than that, we won't be able to feed you for more than a little while because you've only got very limited fuel storage, very, very limited, nothing like adequate. And what's not understood, it's not just that we haven't got enough, it's in the wrong places.
Yeah. And it's interesting, John. I remember seeing when you were doing the budget, I think you were called the Razor Gang, weren't you? There was a lot of really bad publicity back then. And I think you shared with me 4 or 5 years ago, you said we were going through on the budget line by line, every line on the budget saying, what can we keep, what can we get rid of? Because you wanted to live within your means. And it takes me back to something that someone said to me a while ago. If you choose short-term comfort, it almost always leads to long-term suffering. And I think this is the thing we've forgotten as a society, I sense, is this ability to say, look, we need to suck it up, we need to do it tough for a short period of time, and that's going to yield great dividends or returns later on. So this, using many of the policies that we're dealing with today and many of the things we're dealing around the world is it's all about short-term comfort. Whereas if I look at my grandfather or my great-grandfather, I look at them when they came back from the First World War, etc. They were used to hardship. So the hardships that they had to suffer were nothing in comparison. Whereas today, we just as a society don't seem to be able to say, well, we need to suck it up, we need to do it tough for a short period of time to right the ship, and then off we go. It's just not politically palatable in any way, shape or form.
I would say that it's not just that we lack the toughness, that we lack the moral compass. The fact, as I just mentioned a moment ago on defence, the current government has managed, while they're spending all that money on social programs, to rescope, that's code for defer, way out into the future, $83 billion of defence spending. $83 billion. Whereas I actually think they should have not only left the $83 billion there, they should have added another $83 billion. Because in the end, the first responsibility of the government is our security. So it's our security from cyber interference, it's military defence, it's also economic security. Economic security is vital. Why is it moral? A matter of morality, because it goes to our children. We're not living within our means. We're actually piling debts because we won't live within our means on our kids and our grandkids. Many of your rural listeners will know, A, what it is to work hard, B, what it is to defer the holidays and the nice motor car and all the rest of it. They will know what it is, too, to try and set things up for future generations. I think farmers are amongst the most, by and large, with exception, environmentally conscious people I know. They exercise they're very committed to stewardship over their land, and they're very committed to trying to set something up for their kids. And these are the sort of values that I still think, if we could find better ways to do it, that rural Australians can impart to the broader community. I believe that very strongly.